It's about passion for a sport we all enjoy. It's about conservation, education, community, and fellowship. It's about a single voice of strength. It's about being part of a common cause for the common good. It's about you. It's about us. It's our time to come together.
We're asking you to join us
and become a proud members American Catfish Association. You'll be happy you did. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, they are.
Welcome, everybody, to day 5, night 5 of the ACA 12 Days of Christmas. This is our opportunity to, along with so many of our great sponsors and brands, to be able to give back to the catfish community. And we certainly appreciate everybody's support with the ACA. It's about a year old and things are moving along just fantastic. And so we thank everybody for their great support. If you're not an ACA member, we encourage you to give us a look-see. Come on in with a membership. It's $50 a year. You have a chance to win a new Sea Arc boat, but more importantly, you have a chance to help bring the catfishing community together, help us with conservation. Just this morning, something came to our attention with the Ohio River and some gill nets that were found. And tomorrow morning, we're going to start right in and talk to Kentucky and see what we can start doing to start curbing the commercial fishing in some of these popular waters throughout, obviously, the Ohio and really throughout the country. But it takes all of us. We can't do it alone. So we encourage you to head on over to www.jointheaca.com and get your membership. And like I said, you got a chance to win a new Sea Arc boat. So many other great things. We got a great discount program. Can save you hundreds of dollars a year, all sorts of great resources online. And we've got more fantastic things coming for 2022 and into 2023. And we hope to make an announcement on that soon. You're really, really going to love what's going on. So anyways, so here we are, day 5. We've given away some great prizes so far from B&M, from Tackle Bandit, from Meat Hunter Rods. Last night we had Cat River Anchors on, John Orr, just a fantastic prize there. And congratulations to our current winners. I've got them listed here: Stacy Warner, James Watkins, John Dillard, and Ricky King so far. So hopefully tonight your name will be drawn. So here's a question for you. What happens when a passionate catfish angler becomes a tournament director and then goes out there and resurrects a brand I think a lot of people know, and not only resurrects his brand, but does an awesome job in doing so? Let me bring him in. Alex Nagy.
How we doing?
Alex, you're in a parking lot. Where are you?
I'm in Columbia, Missouri. Actually, just yesterday fished a tournament in actually Lexington, Missouri. So took my boat and had Brian Saunders and Jason Hamilton, 2 buddies of mine, get in the boat for a day and had a blast and caught some fish on the Missouri River. It was fun. So that's what I love to do. Great. Obviously.
Should I ask how you did?
I mean, we did good. We probably had 35, 40 pounds and 5 fish. Actually 4 fish. Good. We didn't catch the 5th fish, but okay. I learned a lot. I think we all learned a lot. The 3 of us are kind of different anglers from different areas. And when you come together, you each take a little tidbit here from this guy or this guy. And, it's fortunate for myself. I've got to fish with a lot of people throughout the years. As I get older, every time you go out, you learn something new. And that's something that, I'm talking with Jason Massengill a lot. He always said every day on the water is a learning experience. So that's what I definitely take it as. Yeah. And I'll continue to be a better angler myself. So.
Yeah. So Alex, first of all, thank you for being a very important part of the ACA Tournament Alliance. I'm so thrilled that so many tournaments and tournament directors have come together to work on putting together this alliance, and everybody works so well together. And you certainly have been an instrumental part of that with Twisted Cat. How many events do you have coming up in 2022 with Twisted Cat?
So looking right now about 7 to 8, still kind of finishing the calendar to kind of work on, where exactly we're going, but, kind of excited to get that. The last few weeks I've been working on some dates in some different cities and some stuff like that. Next year will be my 8th year running Twisted Cat Outdoors, and it's been fun.
Congratulations.
It's crazy to think it's been 8 years, but yeah, and it grows just like the sport's been growing. So it's fun to be a part of that, and also be a tournament angler as well as a tournament director to go. And I love fishing tournaments as much as I love putting them on. So sometimes when I'm calling boat numbers, it's tough to not be out there, fishing against all the guys. But it works out. I still get to fish quite a few tournaments, but it's interesting being on both sides. I learned both sides, what I can improve on as an angler or a tournament director.
Yeah. Well, Alex, you do such a great job with Twisted Cat, and you're a hell of a competitor when you hit the tournament trail. So congratulations
I try
on that.
to be.
So how long ago was it? It's Doug Vaughn and yourself, correct? How long did you decide to venture out and to purchase Ripping Lips?
So kind of the backstory on Ripping Lips is, I've been probably tournament fishing for 10 years. And, back when I was tournament fishing, some of the guys that I fished with, they used the Ripping Lips hook. So I would use the hooks and didn't really know much about the other products, but used the hooks a lot. And about probably 4 years ago, Seth McAllister and myself, we fish a Sea Arc tournament every year. And we always invite Steve Douglas and his wife to come with us for a couple days. So probably, I would say now 3 to 4 years ago, Steve Douglas was on the boat, and he was talking about, he had, from the Catfish Conference, that the original owners of Ripping Lips were thinking about selling. They were up in Iowa, so they weren't really into the catfishing as much. They had some other avenues that they were, looking at. So I let a year go by, thought about it, didn't think too much. And then the next Sea Arc tournament, Steve brought it up again. And how Steve said it kind of just, I don't know, ignited my passion to maybe do something in the fishing industry, besides just being a tournament director and tournament angler. So I went up and talked to the owners up in Coralville, Iowa, and kind of seen their products, talked to them for a few hours. And I thought by myself, there's no way I could tackle something like that. So I just happened to call Doug Vaughn, or Doug called me on the way home, and we were just chatting, and I kind of told him what I was doing, and we got off the phone. And about an hour later, Doug texted me, said, "Hey, if you think you might need a partner, I'd be interested." So I called him back. We chatted a little bit, and then I ended up going 2 weeks later. We went up together and talked to them, and ended up deciding that that's something we want to take on. And now I think it's been about just a little over 2 years, and we've learned a lot. Still got a lot to learn, but just trying to really bring back Ripping Lips, as one of the big companies that it used to be back, 10, 12 years ago. So, Ripping Lips has been around for a long time, and hopefully Doug and I can, bring it back to that great company that was back in the day. And we got a lot of products that have came out, and, still new products that we're working on redesigning to make it fit for, the everyday fisherman, the bank fisherman, the tournament fisherman, any kind of angler that you are, the grassroots. And, the one thing with Doug and I is we're out there a lot fishing, different waters, different ways. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
right.
I also
you have a
use
real good
the
idea of what's needed. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's so important that, you have that intimacy with your product. When I invented Rig Wrap, it was, they say that necessity is the mother of invention, and I struggled with rigs for years, and it was like a light bulb moment. But you go out there and you use it, and you understand how other people can use it in different ways, and it's great that you guys are doing that. So how many, you've got a number of rods now with Rip and Lips, and you also have some terminal tackle. Explain the line of products to us.
So on the rods, which I don't have everything here because I kind of got off before I was for sure doing this. I was already at work and on my way to a tournament. So I didn't really have a lot of my product in the boat because I was actually going through it. But anyways, Rip and Lips started obviously with hooks, and they had leaking livers and coolers and stink bait and all that stuff. And we've taken a lot of that stuff with us, changed it a little bit, changed some packaging. It's still the great stuff that it always was, especially the Super Cat Legacy. That rod's been around for 10 years. That's a 10-year-old blank. John Jameson, in Fisherman, they did a lot of tests on circle hooks, the offset circle hooks, and that Legacy blank, to catch fish. And like I said, the amount of fish that's probably been caught on those rods over the last 10 years is crazy. But, that's a great blank. It's a composite blank. It's a very, very light blank. Don't try this at home, but we did have an angler send a video to us where he somehow dropped his rod in the river, thought it was gone, and realized it was floating down the river. So pretty cool about how light the rods are, our blanks. But so that was our Legacy. That's a $49.99 rod. And that comes in medium
that's
light.
An unbelievable. That's a great price point. $50?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and then we have so we start with the medium light 2-piece, which is a stink bait night crawler rod. That's $44.99. Then we have our medium heavy, and heavy in our Legacy series. And we just recently came out with some special edition colors, all green and orange, black and orange. Have some more colors. A lot of people, have been wanting some wild colors, sending us messages and give us calls and stuff.
Yeah, the neon colors, the neon colors of late have been so popular. You see all sorts of rods, really anything. It's always that orange or chartreuse or or neon green, whatever you want to call it. It's all these bright colors, fluorescent yellow, which is cool.
Yeah, we came out with the neon green, and that just sold. We're actually out of stock on the mediums. Have a few medium heavy Legacies left, and then the new thing that we worked on. We took the original blank, did some prototyping for about actually the second year that we had been with Rip and Lips, and came out with the Super Cat HD. So we have our Super Cat Legacy. We got our Super Cat High Definition. Actually, I'll show it to you real quick. The sun came out a little bit. I wasn't expecting that.
I see that.
So this is our brand new Super Cat High Definition rod. As you can tell, can you see it pretty good?
Nice. Yeah. I mean the black handle in the shade kind of, you can't see it as well, but nice real seat. Now, what kind of materials on the grips? Is that an EVA?
That's EVA foam cut.
Cross-cut? Yeah, cross-cut EVA. Okay.
So that's their new logo, the Rip and Lips Super Cat High Definition.
Nice. And how much does that rod weigh?
We haven't even finished weighing this rod yet.
Sorry, don't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy light. And this is our what we consider our medium heavy. We have a Super Cat High Definition light coming out and a heavy. So this is the rod that I've been using for the last probably 16 months. Caught the 67-pound blue that was our second big fish of the Sea Art tournament. What got me and Seth in third place. So really put the rod to the test. And like I said, it turned out great. This is the red and black. We've got green and black and orange and black. So lots of colors, and we got a lot of things coming out. But now, we also have a rod sock for it, which is here. I'm gonna have to show you that. But so we got the high definition comes with the rod sock, and that price point is $84.99. And we're excited about it. We also a cool story about when I go back just a little bit. Last winter, we pro staffed Wade Kaminsky, and we gave him 6 of our medium heavy Legacy rods, our $49.99 rod. And the next day, he went out, catfished on the Missouri River, and sends a video. He caught a 100-pound blue cat, all on video. That $49 rod.
Was it
Yeah,
this year or was it last year? This year.
It would have been last March.
Yeah, he became, I think, our second member of the ACA 100-pounder club.
Yeah. Yeah. So that, like I said, and some people like that. I mean, you're going to get, all these rods are great rods. Some people prefer aluminum reel seats, carbon reel seats, trigger handles, all that stuff. It's what you prefer, what you like. But it was really cool to see Wade Kaminsky on the rod like that catch 100-pound fish on the Missouri River. The Missouri River is not a small, slow river. You know what I mean? It's a fast, nasty river.
Yeah, it is.
So that was really cool. And then he also got, when we got our new neon colors, he took a medium, neon green, and caught an 84, also on video, on a medium rod. I mean, the medium rods, nobody's buying a medium rod to catch an 80 to 100-pound blue cat. I mean, that's just not what you're going to buy a medium rod for. So to show that, those rods will do that if it comes down to it. So that's kind of a little bit about our rods. We've got spinning models on our Legacies out now. We got spinning models, our next order, we got spinning models on the high definitions. And like I said, we have mostly everything in stock. And we just went to the Kansas City Catfish Conference, and that was fun. Met a lot of previous customers and new customers, and we really enjoyed talking to them, Doug and I. So
yeah, Steve and Hervé did a great job with Kansas City, and we're all looking forward to Louisville in February.
Yeah. So that's a little bit about our rods. I'll go over a few other things that we carry now. And like I said, a lot of the things that Doug and I with Rip and Lips carry are things that we've thought, man, this would be a cool product to have, or let's change this product that we like to something that maybe helps catch fish or whatever. You know what I mean? So like I said, Doug and I are out there a lot. As you can tell, I'm at a hotel because I just fished yesterday. Out there fishing, using our products, changing our products.
Yeah.
If we've got to do any kind of changes in that's what we're looking at while we're out there catching fish. You know what I mean? We want to bring the best product we can.
I got a question for you. I don't mean to interrupt, but at this year's 2021 Catfish Conference, which was virtual, okay?
Yes.
Is Doug Vaughn still eating stink bait?
He did.
I know he did. I'm just asking if he's still doing it, if he enjoyed it that much.
As far as I know, I haven't personally seen him. He could still be doing it behind closed doors. Yeah.
Okay. Well, everybody needs a snack once in a while.
Yes, they do.
I thought that was a riot. So on the terminal tackle side, what do you have? Kind of give us an overview, a list.
Okay. So let me grab a few more items.
All right.
I'll start with something that Doug designed. As we also,
by the way, again, I don't mean to interrupt you again. That's what is that a Sea-Ark 200 or 24 Pro Cat?
That's a Sea-Ark Pro Cat 240.
240. Okay.
Yep, 240 with a Suzuki 250, and I've got it just perfect for how I fish and. Works out great.
It looks like you got it rigged out really well. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but Sea-Ark is.
Sea-Ark has been a big part of my kind of career with catfishing, and Steve Henderson and Randy Joe and everybody there have just been great. And
they have been. They've been such a great supporter to the ACA and the catfishing community. So I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So. Doug, I don't have my bumping rod, the stalker, with me, obviously, because we're not bumping right now. But Doug came out with the Bullseye Rattling sinker. So just like a traditional round sinker, that you're going to use when you're bumping, he put, and I don't know if you can see this. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can.
So he's got a rattle
inside the lead.
Inside this lead. Yep. So we've got quite a few sizes in those, as you can tell, down from 2 ounce, I think, to 10 or 12 ounce. And we sell those. And like I said, this is what I use when I'm walking baits. kind of like a demon dragon type thing. The more we kind of figure, the more little rattle noise you can make to kind of stir up that kind of what we call is like a strike bite, like an active bite. So you have your bait there, and it's just making a little bit of noise to help, and maybe if that fish is close by, it's going to kind of activate like a strike. You know what I mean? So that's kind of
people may not know, but catfish have unbelievable underwater hearing.
Yeah.
Their whole body, is our sensors. It's not just not the barbells, and it's their whole body.
So that's something pretty cool that we have.
That is very cool.
Yeah. So there's the Bullseye Rattling sinkers. Then our first kind of piece, I'm going to actually pull this line a little bit further. This is set up on I got a Shimano Dakota 600 reel on my SuperCat HD. I don't know if you probably can't see that to the boat. And then I'm just going to tell you how I'm rigging stuff, like how we rigged stuff yesterday. So I've got the SuperCat high definition, Shimano Dakota 600 is my reel. I use 80 pound.
Full screen. Yeah, let me bring up full screen. Go ahead.
I use 80 pound braid. A lot of people like mono. Again, this is what I like, what I use, what's successful for me. Mm-hmm. So I go 80 pound braid. I got a sinker slide. And then this is a product that we came out with, a Rosco Clip, made here in America. Really strong. So the cool thing about this clip is you used to have to tie your swivel straight to your line. So now if I'm out there and I'm fishing and I break off and I have a rig that's got, 3 or 4 different things on it and a piece breaks, instead of reeling that back in and having to retie, whatever, right. I just unclip that whole rig, put it down, and get a pre-tied rig out of my rig wrap or whatever I have ready to go.
There you go.
And then I clip that new rig right there, and I'm ready to go fishing. So it's that fast. It changes that fast. So that's really cool. So we sell these clips. Then the next piece, which on this setup, I'm just using a traditional 2-way. This is our 2-way, 225 pound swivel.
Okay.
And then
so you have those clips available, the swivels available.
Yeah, the clip's available. The swivel the clip is attached to is available. Yep.
Right.
And then another little trick that I'll show you that I do not sell, but is a crimp. So if you see that there's the only knot in my entire rig is going to be the braid to the swivel. After that, I go swivel to 80 pound Andy's Monster, which I use a crimp for. So if you can see that, I used to tie knots. That's rough on your hands when you're tying knots on 80 pound mono. I crimp that and it looks like a factory done. There's no line memory, just straight, looks like it's just beautiful looking. So went to that, did a lot of testing on that. I've been doing that for 2 years now. 0 issues. So then I go down to another crimp, to another product that we have exclusively to us, is a 6-ball chain swivel.
Nice.
The biggest in the industry, strongest in the industry. And again,
what's it rated for, Alex?
Oh, Doug's gonna kill me. I want to say 200 pounds.
Okay.
We've tried to break it.
It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like
big. And I'll tell you why we use this. So again, crimped. If you can see, there's no line memory. When you tie a knot, you got that line memory.
Yep.
So no line memory on that. And then this is a 7/0 Rip and Lips offset circle that I snell.
Nice.
So yesterday I was using 7/0.
That's a double action circle.
Yeah. I don't know if you can tell that.
Yeah, offset.
But these hooks we also sell. They've been making these hooks for I think 12 years. Produced in France by VMC, Strike King, one of the top companies in the world that produce hooks.
Yeah, well,
these hooks have caught
great hook company. You know, Alex, let me ask you a question. And some people I'm sure already know this, but you have your black coated hooks. You've got your stainless steel hooks, your silver hooks, and you have your red colored hooks. Why red?
Red is, talking to the manufacturer. They chose red because obviously it gives that blood color.
Yes.
I don't know whether it does or not. It's just one extra little thing. But it's also a coating for if you do use it in salt water, just to help prevent rust.
Oh, yeah.
If you see like this red, we use this hook all day yesterday. I have pro staff that are guides in Kansas, and they'll use this hook, and they'll send me pictures of it, and there's 0 red on it. And they say, this hook is still going strong. We've been using it every day, but we have to change our leader out because our leader's going bad or breaking. So they're changing their line before they change their hooks. And that's important. You know what I mean?
Again, you always have to be inspecting your rigs, always.
Yeah. That's something that, again, Doug and I, as anglers and the pro staff, the guides that are using our product, we are not going to come out with something and back something if we don't use it and believe in ourselves. This is what we're fishing every day with. This is what the guides are fishing with, our products. And this is what I'm fishing big tournaments with, what I trust. Again, every piece of, which not that I'm hiding anything, but this is, like I said, I just literally showed you the rig that I'm using on the Missouri River to catch blue cats. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy, but there's just little things like, and back to the ball chain swivel, why this is important to me or as an angler that fishes current is when your bait's on the hook and there's current and it's trying to spin your bait, instead of your line getting tangled up, this is going to prevent that from getting tangled up.
Yep.
And it's strong. So right here, you're talking 80-pound braid to 80-pound mono with good quality terminal tackle. Putting big.
That's what it takes.
Giant,
and this is kind of a shameless plug for rig wrap, but indulge me a little bit. You've got a lot of money in a rig like that. The last thing you want to do is throw it around. That rig there would fit into the rig wrap yellow like nothing, and it's safe, it's secure. If you're in salt water, you can rinse it. I mean, it's just protect your investment, make it easy. That's why we say spend your time fishing, not rigging, and you have it all ready to go, and it's right there.
Yeah. I mean, you take all that rig, even your line, your 80-pound mono, your swivel, your hook, none of that stuff. When you're buying quality stuff out there, it's not cheap. And then even like if you have a demon dragon, you get a lot of stuff out there, especially if you get the Bullseye sinker. So I mean, you're talking anywhere from, I don't know, $5, $10 a rig. So it's nice to have all that stuff pre-tied, ready to go, like I said, with those clips. So when I'm out there and I'm tournament fishing or I'm just fun fishing, I don't want to tie on the boat at all. Like I want to leave my extra line. I still don't, but I want to leave all that stuff at home to save room on the boat, because all I want to do is when I break, I unclip and I clip a whole new rig on.
10, 15 seconds, you're back in the water.
10, 15 seconds, I'm back in the water. So that's what's important. And like I said, I'm not saying I know the most, you know what I mean? I've only been doing it for 10 years, but I've got to fish with a lot of people. A lot of anglers have been doing this for 20, 25 years. And I'm taking little bits and pieces from them, and hopefully it makes me a better angler. But like I said, that's what I've learned. Now you've seen my rig. And again, with Rip and Lips, we just want to come out with quality products that we trust, we believe in, and then our customers can trust and believe in to catch their hopefully personal best.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, having that high quality, item, it may cost a little bit more, but it lasts longer and it performs better. So, if you're on a budget, so be it. If you really want to, if you want the best, you're going to need to pay for it. So it's as simple as that. Well, Alex,
yes,
as you know, we're giving away all sorts of stuff for the next. Well, tonight is day 5, So we've got 7 more nights plus our grand prize winner on the 13th night, which will be I think it's a week from tomorrow. Tonight, or a week from tonight, is the last night of the ACA 12 Days of Christmas. And then a week from tomorrow, we're going to have the grand prize drawing of those 12 winners and who gets this year's ACA 12 Days of Christmas grand prize package. Tell you what, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, you can show everybody what they have a chance to win tonight. What do you think?
Sounds great.
All right. Be back in 2 minutes.
The fear of failure is failure itself. The world of science rewards the ones who are willing to try and fail, because with the courage to fail and to learn, ideas can change the world.
It's about conservation, education, community, and fellowship. It's about being part of a common cause for the common good. It's about you. It's about us. It's our time to come together.
You have a full-time job and you want to be a full-time angler. Don't waste time scouting. You want to catch fish. That's where Garmin comes in. Our mapping with Navionics data lets you see more detail than fish do. It's kind of a big deal. Oh, and our industry-leading live sonar is so crisp and clear you'll think you jumped in. You're welcome. Now, if only we had a powerful, efficient, whisper-quiet trolling motor. Actually, we do. It's called Force. We knew you'd like that. Less time finding, more time catching fish. Only with Garmin.
From cane poles to crappie rods to catfish, B&M continues. B&M continues making memories for over 75 years.
Hey, we're back with the ACA 12 Days of Christmas, day 5, night 5. And we are with Alex Nagy with Twisted Cat and Rippin' Lips. Alex just gave us a great show of his rods and some of his terminal tackle. Alex, where can people pick up Rippin' Lips products?
Rippinlips.net.
Rippinlips.net, and you also have a number of dealers already in place, correct?
Yeah, we've got quite a few dealers. Jamie K Outdoors out in the East Coast, Bluff City Outdoors, and a few others that we're still working on. As we kind of get things back in stock, we're going to continue to get retailers. Although, like I said, with our products, if you have questions and you can't find the answer, call us. Our number's on the Facebook page, the Instagram page. Give us a call. If you see something on the website that you just have, or you're out fishing and you're catching this size fish, and you have, want to know what the rod that is going to be the best, or what reel you think would work with that rod, call us, send us a message. We'll get with you. We're there to help our customers.
That's what it's all about. Well, so Alex, we're giving stuff away every night. Tonight, we've got to pick a name from the long list of ACA members. And I'm going to start randomizing this right now, because what I'm doing is I'm doing it 5 times tonight, since today is day 5. There's 2. There's 3. It's a long list. There's 4. And here we go to 5. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to like the 12th day. It takes a while to do.
Yeah.
All right. So tonight's winner is ACA member Doug Smith. Doug, congratulations.
Congrats, Doug.
You are day 5 ACA 12 Days of Christmas winner. It's terrific. We appreciate everybody's support. Hey, did you know that for 2022, that if you're an ACA member now, just as a member, you can win a new Sea Arc boat? Did you know that?
I did not
and
know
every
that.
time
That's
you
awesome.
fish one of the Alliance tournament events, your name goes in the hat and you up your chances every time. So if you're if you're an ACA member, just an ACA member, you have a chance to win a new Sea Arc boat. You saw the this year's giveaway boat, right?
Yeah. Actually, I have several times, which is awesome. I was just
Isn't
in
that
it
cool?
2 weekends ago at the Catfish Conference. Yeah, it's awesome. It's got the
Yeah.
wrap on it.
Yeah.
That's what's cool about Sea Arcs. There's a lot of Sea Arcs that fish my tournament. And the cool thing is you can tell with my boat is, they're very customizable also. This is a Pro Cat 240 that, I put an arch on from Fish on Sports where you can have speakers and, radar, anything you want up top. The lounge seats. I couldn't get Jason Hamilton from falling asleep yesterday. He probably missed a few fish that we didn't catch. But so, yeah, no, I love my Sea Arc. And, again, Sea Arc's been a good sponsor and just great people to work with myself and Twisted Cat Outdoors. And they support the industry. You know what I mean? And that's the big thing is, to make catfishing grow, so we can all learn new things and help each other. It's businesses like Sea Arc and Suzuki, Marine Master, like the people that help support Twisted Cat makes the sport grow, and that's what it's all about. So, not, to go on another rant, but, thank you everybody that supports the sport of catfishing. That goes a long ways.
Yeah, it does. And that's why, we created the ACA to bring that sport together, to bring the catfish community together. And Alex, it's this last year, it's really terrific to see how people have rallied around the ACA and the sport, and we're hoping for more participants for 2022 and so on. And I've been saying this along and teasing everybody with it, but there's some really, really cool stuff coming that it's gonna blow your mind. And we're really excited about it. And Alex, I know you know a little bit about it, so don't say anything.
I'm not, but it is exciting stuff. And that's what's cool to think back when I started fishing tournaments, and then, how it's became, my first tournament, I think, was 15 boats. And I think 3 out of the 15 boats were using cut bait. The rest were using stink bait and worms. And now, the competition, it's not the guys that have been doing it for 20, 25 years anymore. It's the new and upcomers that are hungry, and they're out there all the time, and they're researching, and they're really getting out there and learning, what the fish are doing, why they're changing, during
and it's great too, because I see it so often at a lot of the tournament events that anglers help other anglers. They're more than willing to share, information and techniques. They're not going to share locations or what they're going to be doing the next day, but they will, they will always try to help and educate other anglers, newcomers to the sport. Larry Muse, for example, is one guy that I've learned so much from, and I think so many other people have as well. So, so Alex, Doug Smith, ACA member, what does he win tonight?
He wins the Rip and Lip Super Cat High Definition, our brand new rod that we just came out with. Cool. He's going to really enjoy it. So congrats, Doug.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And on top of that, you're going to get a Rig Wrap value pack. And behind me, you can see our Merry Fishmas stocking, and that's got a catch, release, repeat decal in it, and some more Rig Wraps, which we're going to send out to you, Doug. So Doug, if you're watching, great. Send us your information at info@acafishing.com. And Doug, if you're not, somebody knows Doug, let him know. He won for day 5 of the ACA 12 Days of Christmas. Alex, I can't thank you enough for taking the time. It looks cold up there, brother.
You know, it is a little chilly. It was, especially this morning, but it's not too bad right now. Yesterday it was windy, but not bad. But I think I just seen where Tuesday morning they're talking snow here in Missouri, in central Missouri. So I guess at least I'm done fishing for this weekend. You know, I love fishing in the winter. I have a full enclosure with some heat, and it seems like the big fish like to bite in the winter. So we'll see. I'll probably get out there here in the next couple weeks again and chase those blue cats.
Well, good.
So thanks,
good
Glenn,
luck.
for everything you do. Thanks, the ACA and all the sponsors for helping grow the sport.
Yes, the sponsors are so important. And everybody, thank you so much for your support. If you're not a member, please give us a look-see. Go over to www.jointheaca.com. Hey, if you join tonight, tomorrow your name's going to be in the running. So get on over there. Alex, thanks again. Listen, Merry Christmas. I almost said Merry Fishmas. Merry Christmas.
I know you did.
To you and your family.
Hey, thanks, Glenn. I appreciate it. Have a good
right,
rest of your evening. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
You too.